What's up, guys, and welcome back to our Microsoft Flight Simulator career. I am obsessed with this series, man. I think about it, I play it off screen, we've been grinding, we've got 804,000 credits, and I just want to thank you guys for being here. We have a big day ahead of us today. T. Martin Airlines Enterprises, Inc. Incorporated is going to be making some big steps. We're going jet, baby. We are going to get rid of the props. We are going to jet engines, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So currently we have two airplanes. We can take a look at all companies, see our fleet overview. We've got two Cessna 172 Skyhawks for our package delivery, as well as our VIP transport service. Now, so far, the VIP service is what pays the best money. The package deliveries are okay, but they're usually a little bit easier. So if you're trying to, grease up your rating or anything, those are good for that. But we could make them a little bit faster. Now, if we go in to our VIP company, let's purchase an aircraft. We're going to be going brand new. I don't want to deal with anything used and in need of maintenance. You can see here our 172 Skyhawk does about 124 knots at cruising speed. This is what we're going to be going for. The Cirrus Vision Jet G2, 305 knots, a lot more fuel, same max altitude, I believe, but a huge range increase as well. So we're going to be able to do longer distances, which means getting paid more money. Now, obviously, I mean, if we could go all the way up to the big boy over here for 7.3 million, that'd be great. But I feel like this is a stepping stone into that. We could have gone to the Beechcraft next, but seeing that these two were around the same price, the Beechcraft's technically a little bit more, and this thing has better stats all around. I'm kind of sad to skip that. The Diamond I really liked in our certification, and obviously it'd be really cool to be able to get a Pilatus at some point, but I think this bang for our buck is going to be the best thing, and if we can buy these for 710K, we could eventually get a couple of these, reduce our insurance, have other pilots fly them, and hopefully start making a ton of money to eventually upgrade into some real, big dog private aviation. So before we can get this Vision Jet, which is also a very cool thing in itself, I know it's kind of a little, some people love them, some people hate them. I think they look really cool. I'm also an aeronautical noob, so maybe I'm missing something, but we're going to need a new, not specialization, we are going to need a new certification. We've got new aircraft flyable for missions here, but we can't fly all these yet. Jet-powered aircraft are more efficient at faster speeds and higher altitudes. They are the right pick to reduce flight times while featuring both less in-cabin noise and less invasive turbulence. So with this rating, we're going to be allowed to fly the Pilatus PC-24, Textron Aviation Cessna Citation CJ4, and of course this Vision Jet. So let's go ahead and take the exam. 30,000 credits. Holy cow, Trev, you cannot mess this up. When someone thinks about speed in modern aircraft, one's likely to think about planes equipped with turbofan engines. You'll be performing today's flight at the helm of the Cirrus Vision's SF-50 G2 very light jet. This aircraft stands out through its incredible ease of use. It should prove rather straightforward to handle, as it's both nimble and easy to fly. So we're just doing a little go around here, getting our jet engine rating, and then if all goes well, we should be able to purchase our own jet and start making some quicker, more efficient, less time consuming deliveries. Basically, it's going to be kind of tough to keep getting new aircraft that we own for things. Like, think about, I don't know, the crop dusting and things like that. Like, we're going to need millions and millions and millions of dollars. So this is kind of my stepping stone. I think once we get this, if we could get a small fleet of these, we could really start making money and hopefully eventually buy like a $50 million 747. Is that what they cost? I'm not sure. It's got to be a lot more than that. It's got to be hundreds of millions, right? 50 million will buy you like a used Gulfstream. Just look at this thing, dude. So as far as I'm aware, this is one of the more technologically advanced personal aircraft out there. I think these things run for a few million, like 3 to 5, somewhere in there, depending on what you've got it outfitted with, but it's also one of the safest. So you've got that turbofan engine up there. It's got like an auto land feature where if the pilot becomes incapacitated, you can press a button, it'll land itself. It's also got a parachute. It's a jet airplane with the parachute, which is crazy. Are we in Seattle? Looks like Seattle, right? That's the needle. Maybe Toronto? What is that? Got our pitot tube here. We're going to take that thing off. We've got our chocks that we're going to remove as well. And our engine cover. Where? Nose strut? Oh, the engine cover is probably up top. Duh, that's where the engine is. All right, yeah, we can take the engine cover off. Right there. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and hop into this thing, get into our cabin. Okay, that's nice. All right, into the cockpit and sit down. Oh my goodness, dude, look at this thing. Going for a little test. Don't own this one yet, but we will eventually. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get this thing fired up. Got all these screens. Look at the back seats back there.
Toronto Island Airport.
This is Toronto.
I'll be making sure that you fly safe throughout your exam. You will be passing this certification in the Cirrus Vision Jet G2.
Bro, what? Listen to this thing.
Crosswind blowing from the north. Pay special attention to its impact on aircraft handling for both takeoff and landing.
I just love how tiny this thing is. Like if you know, had a small family, wife, couple of kids, you just wanted to jet off to the Bahamas for the weekend or something, this would literally be the perfect thing for it. Take a look at the back seat back here. So there's different configurations. Looks like this one has a bit of storage. You can get a 6-seater in total, I believe. This is that safety button. So if you press this in real life, the plane will fly itself and land. Fully automated. Like think, you know, the pilot, dad, whatever, passes out, something bad happens, mom and the kids can press the button, it'll fly itself home. You've got emergency air mask that can drop down here, and then you've also got this guy, which I don't think we want to pull the safety pin right now, but this is a parachute, which we will be using later on in the video. So we're going to request our taxi clearance here, remove our parking brake.
Taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Dude, this thing is so sick. I love this.
November 79er 839er taxi to and hold short of runway 26.
26.
Taxiway Charlie Delta. Contact tower on 119.2 when ready.
Sounds good to me. Take off emergency battery, probe heat off, oxygen off, fuel quantity miscompare, take off pitch trim. We're going to have to get to know the settings and everything on this, but all right, we're going to go ahead and acknowledge our taxi clearance.
Hold short runway 26 using
And
taxiway
we
Charlie Delta 839er.
are going to start getting out. Dude, this thing is ridiculously small, and look how good you can see. Dude, what? Got our hold short up there. We got to be careful about the taxi speed situation. I think what was the rate you guys told me recently? I think it's like 20 miles an hour is your speed limit or something. This is insanity. This thing is so small. It's like a little supercharged golf cart of the air or something. Oh, this is sick. This is next level. This is really cool. Obviously, I mean, the Cessna was nice. That's your opening into aviation, but this is where things can really start to get exciting. And we did kind of skip a step with the Bonanzas and stuff, but that's okay. We're going to request our takeoff clearance.
City Tower November 79er 8 tree. 9er ready at runway 26 departing straight out.
November 79er 8, tree 9er altimeter, 29er decimal 9er 2 straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 26.
All right, cleared for takeoff. We're going to want to acknowledge that. We're going to start heading out to runway 26. Dude, this thing is amazing. It's like a Lamborghini of the skies or something. Oh gosh, oh, I almost went off the runway. Sorry, didn't realize which one 26 was. Probably should have done my homework beforehand. Here we go, baby. Let's get it. We are going to put the pedal to the metal, and it looks like we have already reached takeoff speed. We can pull back on that yoke a little bit. Maybe we hadn't quite reached it yet. Oh my goodness, we're airborne. Okay. We're going to put our landing gear away, and we are going to climb to 1,700 feet. Look at this thing, dude. This is so sick. Got a bit of a crosswind we're going to have to worry about. This is just ridiculous, bro. Oh my gosh. And we have so much speed we're going to be able to work with. I think we might want to keep the speed a little bit lower. We did run into that issue. It's a pretty aggressive turn right here, Trev. We want to make sure we've got enough braking power to be able to extend those flaps and bring her back down, because this is not a very long trip here. Kind of overshot our corner a little bit. That's fine. You know, anytime you get in a new fast vehicle, you kind of want to see what she's made of. Gonna be coming around this way, dude. This thing is insane, bro. Look at that. I'm gonna start setting up more camera angles and stuff, so look forward to that. Around this way, dude. It is effortless. It's like a knife through hot butter in the air. I feel like we're going really slow. Are we close to stall speed? No, we're way above it. Okay. Let's try to get centered here. Probably want to lose a little bit of altitude. This could be a mistake, but I'm going to see... Where's our... Okay, so there's our autopilot button. I'm going to do altitude hold mode and then turn autopilot on. So we're in altitude hold mode now. So it's just going to hold us right here. We can kind of focus on our speed and stuff a little bit more. We're at 130 knots, so that's good. Dude, are you kidding? This is so freaking cool. Oh, I love this so much. All right. We're not going to be able to stay in autopilot too long. I'm just trying to get used to the plane. We need to announce our full stop. Extend our gears. We're going to go ahead and turn that autopilot off. Gonna acknowledge that we heard that from
Enter left
ATC.
base runway 268 tree niner.
I'm gonna put our flaps down. We never brought our flaps all the way up, but that's fine. So we're at the second
Cleared to land runway 26.
setting on the flaps right now, which is fine. Cleared to run runway.
Cleared to land runway 268 tree niner.
Get word jumble when you're talking to ATC, Trev. It's got to be, you know, by the book. You've got to be perfect. Oh, we're going way too fast now. Shoot, hold on now. Slow this girl down. What an insane view here. It's going to be starting to take a left. Reach the end. We're going to want to maybe a little bit more flaps. I think we're max flaps now. Really trying to slow this thing down. Do we know at what speed we want to land? Is it all the white in there? Like all the way up to 130 if we wanted? We're going to be, we're high. Not super high, but we're definitely high. We don't want to stall. I would imagine our brakes are going to be pretty good on this thing too.
500.
She's talking to me. I don't normally have it talking to me like that. Give it a little bit. We don't want to stall out. I think that's probably going to be good right there. Head down. Maybe a little bit more. Alright. Cut all power. Coming in. Try to aim for that big spot where all the other jets are landing. Pull back at the last second. Fall, girl. Fall, fall, fall. I mean, I feel like that was fairly respectable. We floated a little bit longer. We probably could have cut... Oh, hold short was back there, really? It looked like the hold short was going to be in front of us. That's fine. We'll just... You know, it's not a big deal. We'll turn around the middle of the runway. That's typically what you do. Look at the turning radius on this thing. Are you serious? Okay, sorry. Getting a little excited for that. I don't mean to be annoying, but oh my goodness, that is unbelievable. Your boy has been riding around on a bale of hay in that 172. We got a freaking hot rod now. This is a Corvette, baby. Let's go. My goodness. Let's go ahead and shut her down. How do you think I did? I'm not confident in that face. She looks really disgusted with me. Engine shutting down here. Wow. Dude, she just sounds so nice. Turbofan. It's crazy how small that engine is.
I would have done a few things differently, but that was some really good flying.
Would have done a few things differently. Traffic pattern, traffic path, taxi path, plane handling. Okay, so taxi path, don't turn around on the runway. We could have gone down, turned it into the taxiway, but sometimes you'll get docked for that too. Honestly, I'm going to consider that a very well done job there. I can't believe that she docked us for that. We landed a little bit late. The game's weird. Jet-powered aircraft are more efficient at faster speeds. We already read that. Beautiful. Cirrus Vision Jet G2 is available. And that means we are going to go in and we are going to purchase it. Dude, I am so excited. This is a monumental moment. So we're going to go VIP since that's what makes us the most money. We're going to buy a new aircraft. We've got 774,311 credits, which I think is going to be enough. I was hoping we had enough to buy it and paint it, which hopefully we can. Got the DA. We've got a certificate. You're telling me I could fly a CJ4 now? You would trust me. I've learned enough that I could fly a big jet with many people on it, or a PC-24. I feel like that's not... What's the difference here? What's this certification? I'm not sure. Got to be like a bigger jet thing. Okay, so we're going to go for this thing. Family seating, complete seating, executive seating. I'm going to go family seating. That gives you that third row. Is there a big difference here? Seats 4, seats 4, seats 4. I mean, I feel like the family and executive are pretty similar. You lose that storage space in the back, but if we could potentially get jobs with clients with, you know, more people in it, that could be pretty good. Definitely gonna be doing premium to start things off, although to be honest, I think we probably could start backing down insurance a little bit. I think we're doing pretty well. I'm not gonna take any chances when we have zero funds in the bank though. Oh shoot, let's choose what flight we want to do first. Hold on, not gonna make that same mistake again. So basically, I think bigger cities, you're gonna get a lot more jobs, so we want to try to stick to really high traffic areas. Looks like we could fly from somewhere in Nevada to Big Bear, which that's not bad. You know, obviously a lot of private jets and stuff out in Southern California, a lot of money down there. We could potentially put it over on the East Coast. The only thing I'm worried about is, I mean, all the weather's real time. I don't know how it does with icing. I tried doing a mission a VIP mission off screen when I was grinding of taking someone from like here up into Canada, and the plane iced over and I crashed. It was really not fun. I would think maybe the Vision Jet has some icing options, but maybe we go out here. This is a big one right here. 13,000 credits. We can fly to Big Bear, which is a nice entry, and then we'll be in Southern California, and we'll hope we get some more missions out there. The only problem is that's the only one we have. But we don't have any in the Southern U.S. They're all flying north, so we're going to go deliver it out wherever this is. What airport is this? Valle? Valle. Is it bad that I'm nervous? Like this is a lot of money to throw in here. So we're gonna go with the family seating, premium insurance. I wish it would show you the missions on this. So I think it's Sedona, Valle right there. Beautiful. All right. So it's gonna be there, ready to go, ready for the next mission. 710,000 credits down the drain. Oh my goodness. Okay, biggest investment of our life, but hopefully it's gonna bring our private charter to life. Look at that. It's got a Williams International FJ33 5A and a Garmin 3000. I don't even know what a Garmin 3000 is. Can I sell this? It won't let you sell it. You might have to update the checkup and then sell it. I don't know how that works. We'll save that for later. I'm not worried about it right now. We shouldn't have to do anything with this, right? It's brand new, no hours on it, no anything. Everything's gonna be good to go. Beautiful. How come we can't repaint it? I really want to paint it. I guess we're not going to be able to paint it yet. That's fine. Might have to run our first mission with it. I'm not sure how that works, but here we go. Going to be doing our first mission with a jet. Are these going to be different types of VIP missions, or what? What was that about? No. Okay. Beautiful. First mission. I'm wondering if you're going to have, like, if it's a group of 2, obviously they could take the jet. If there's 8, then we wouldn't be able to do that. 1 aircraft available. Big Bear Lake, Big Bear Snow Play. Booked a private transfer for a special event. There she is right there. Look at that thing. She's just plain white. I really want to pay 20 grand to paint her, but it's fine. 767,000 XP. $194,000 contract. Let's get it. Time to dust these. What are these called? I have no clue. Time to dust them off. Let's go fly a jet. She's beautiful. We have officially kind of made it at this point. I'm feeling good. All right, let's just go ahead and skip to the good part. Welcome aboard. We're headed to Big Bear. Gonna get there in a hot minute. 300 knots, cruising at 12,000, 13,000 feet. It's gonna be great, baby.
Ready to leave for Big Bear City? I see you're already getting everything prepped for our passenger, Mrs. Finley. We expect all of you to provide her with the best of service. I know I can count on you. Have a nice trip.
Dude, this is so sick. Don't have to have people sitting next to me. Don't have to smell your breath. All right, we're gonna go ahead and announce our taxi. Release our parking brake.
40 Golf traffic November 5992 is taxiing to runway 19er.
And we are gonna head to our hold short, baby. Welcome the passengers. How you doing?
Passengers, good afternoon, and welcome aboard this first-class Wings flight to Big Bear City. I'm your captain and pilot today. Estimated flight time is 48 minutes. We're on time for departure, waiting for takeoff clearance. I'll keep you informed during the flight if anything important comes up. Thank you.
Dude, this is so freaking cool. I cannot believe I'm piloting a private jet right now. Like, this is sick. Technically, I don't think we have much to gain with experience and stuff right now, but I really just want to see this thing in action, baby. We are going to taxi all the way to the edge of the runway here. It's like all of our avionics and everything are working. A Garmin 3000. I didn't know that was a thing. We were just learning the 1000 and the Cessna. It's a really long taxiway. My goodness, we are almost to the edge. It's taken every fiber in my being not to gas this thing. We really need to be careful with her. And we have made it to our hold short at the edge of the runway. So we're going to request our takeoff.
40 Golf traffic November 599292. Taking off runway 19er west departure.
Takes a little minute to get going, but once she does, she is all good to go, baby.
Good afternoon, dear passengers. This is your captain speaking. On behalf of First Class Wings, I would like to welcome you on board flight GYT 3210 bound for Big
Yacht!
Bear City.
Flight yacht.
Estimated flight time to Big Bear City is 48 minutes. To prepare for takeoff, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened tightly, your seat is in the upright position, and your tray table is securely stored. Thank you, and get ready for a wonderful flight.
Bro, are you kidding me? It's 48 minutes? This would have taken hours in the Cessna. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I really have no idea what our takeoff speed is. Is that indicated by the 60 right there? Are we good to go now? Maybe get a little extra. Okay, well, we're getting a little... Yep, we're fine. We're fine. I think I may have waited a little bit longer. That's fine. Let's go ahead and put the gear up. Gear up. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, that could have been really bad right there, huh? All right, where's our objective? Just straight ahead. We're gonna be turning right and heading towards Big Bear. That. Okay, Trev. Let's. It could have gone better. I feel like we should have read the manual to see what speed we should be pulling back on the yoke at. We're gonna climb to 24,000 feet, dude. This is amazing. We're gonna acknowledge the squawk.
0305292.
Look at this thing, bro. Oh, I love it. Can start our turn a little bit early here, and I do kind of want to try. We're going to request IFR clearance.
Center, November 5902 tree, miles south of 40 Golf.
I want to try to use the autopilot.
Tree 5 ready to copy.
If we can.
November 5902 is cleared to Lima Tree 5 Airport. It's filed.
Beautiful.
Squawk 0 Tree 05.
Appreciate it. Go ahead and acknowledge that. We're good to go. So what's interesting, and I really don't know how to use these avionics. How? Let me pause this really quick. How would we get like our map and stuff up? The problem is, and I still don't understand what this game is doing and why it does it. This is like our pathway that the game is giving us. This is our like filed flight plan. So the game takes you off of your flight plan half the time. They always end up at the same place, but I really don't know why it does that. So technically I think what we're going to do is we're going to go off to the right, get on our path, use autopilot, land as normal. We're going to kind of ignore this, but then sometimes the game will say you took too long to be able to get to your destination. So I never know what the answer is. We could also go on heading autopilot here and just, kind of follow what the game is telling us. I wanted to see, I don't know what half this stuff is. What's an ECS? What's a tip back up? Dude, it's crazy. You got freaking Chrysler minivan temperature controls in this bad boy. You got the creature comforts, weight balance, flight plan. Okay, this looks promising. We're en route to Zane. After that, we're going to Clip. You can add more waypoints if you want. You could do vertical navigation. Show flight plan on map. That's what I was looking for. Beautiful. Make that full screen. We don't have any knobs for controlling like the zoom or anything. GTC top outer, top inner, bottom knob. Oh. We do. Okay, that's our zoom in. It's just pretty much a straight shot. Oh, I see it too. I see it. The game has us off the flight path. I have no idea why. It really doesn't make sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to intercept that flight path, and we're going to put it at 28,000 feet or 24,000 feet. This is going to be a bold move. We're going to go ahead and turn off all of that, and we're going to use our avionics here and hope that things go right. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put autopilot on. So autopilot is on. We're going to do a heading. Start with a heading thing. We're going to move our heading bug over to the right. Not super aggressive because I don't want to cut right and lose a lot of time. So we're going to put the heading bug on like, I don't know. We'll say 250 works for right now. We could keep moving over if we need. So we've got that. Then we can do our vertical navigation. It's not really updating. I think we need to be unpaused. I've got it paused in slow-mo. So we've got autopilot on. We're going to go to heading. And then we're also going to do, we need to set our altitude select. Oh boy, this is a lot. So we're going to 24,000 feet. So we're at 24,000. Let's do our vertical thing. And then how much do we want to do per second? Let's climb at 2,000 feet per second. Does that look good? All right. I think that's set up. So we're doing autopilot on the heading thing. So we're going to be turning to 250 degrees. We're going to be going up at 500, or we're going to be hopefully eventually getting to 2,000 feet per second till we get to 24,000 feet is basically what we just set up right there. Have not used this autopilot before, but we can go ahead and speed this up. We shouldn't be turning left. Okay, we're turning back right. Beautiful, beautiful. I've got full thrust. Oh, we should reduce our flaps for sure. Flaps are all good to go, and we're going to try to get up to 24,000 feet while we're heading back towards this line. Once we get there, we're going to switch from the heading to our actual, autopilot navigation, and we should be good to go. It's got us in that 250 heading. Oh, we can sit back and relax and just cook, baby. 45-minute flight. We're about to make so much money on this. It's weird. Like that's, I don't know if that just gives you the direct, quickest path to it, and it's not the path on your flight plan, but we're going to ignore that part. It's honestly a lot more beautiful to do it this way anyway. I mean, look at this thing cruise, dude. She is absolute. I can't wait to get this thing painted, get that two-tone going. I don't know what we're going to have to do to get the paint, but this is really, really cool. Just a beautiful sky, beautiful day for flying. We're in a little nimble jet, and we're making a lot of money. And they're just appreciating the view, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. I'm the man. I just bought myself a $750,000 jet that in real life would cost like $4 million, so we got the deal of a lifetime on this bad boy. We can see here we're starting to get a little bit closer, so I'm gonna speed this up. We're gonna see this line continuously go closer, closer, closer. Once we get really, really close, we should be able to switch over. The thing you can't. Oh! Why are we losing? Hold on. Are we trying to go up too fast? We're gonna reduce that to maybe 200 feet per minute. Hopefully that should work a little bit better. Why do we have 52% thrust? I think we were trying to climb too fast. That was almost bad right there. I do feel like we're at maxed out on my actual throttle here, and we're at 52%, 53%. So I don't know what's going on with that. We're gonna have to figure that out eventually. But it looks like we're pretty close. So as we get closer, we don't have the boxes that the Cessna had. Also, hold up. Are we supposed to go to 24,000 feet in this thing? Didn't it say it had like a 13,000 foot ceiling when we bought it? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna go, we're gonna unpause this. We're gonna go nav. We're gonna get on navigation here. So we've got, is nav on? Nav is on. We should turn left and we should follow the flight path now. I think. I really hope. You know, don't mind me up here. I'm just, you know, trying to figure this thing out. First day in the job, first day flying this thing, but it looks like everything's in ship shape. I don't understand how we're supposed to get up to 24,000 feet. I gotta be honest, the one thing that would really drive me nuts is the side stick on the left. I'm right-handed. Like, that's the co-pilot seat. This is the captain seat here. I feel like that would take some getting used to be that controlled with your left hand. I just feel like my right works a lot better and quicker and more accurately. I don't know. It's weird that they have that. So we are sticking to our flight plan here. Took off from over here. We're flying to Zane. From there, we're going to fly to Clip. That's where we're going to be landing. Just going to kind of kick back, relax, try to listen for any ATC transmissions, and put out any fires as they seem to occur.
292, please expedite your climb flight level 240.
I'm trying. There's not a whole lot I can do. Expedite it. All right, so we're maybe 1,500 per second. I don't want to see this drop too much. Here we go. We're going up. Oh, this is just so freaking beautiful, dude. Look at this sky. This is just unreal. So we need to get it so that it's climbing, but we're not losing too much speed over here. We're almost to 2,000 feet, so that's good. We're trying to get to 2,400, but this is dropping quite a bit now. We should be good. Here we go. We're approaching our goal here. We should be good. Here's our 24,000 feet. Should start to level off. It's really weird when the plane starts moving and doing things that you're not ready for, and then now we're up at our cruising altitude. We should be able to, you know, really kind of push it. Start cutting through the air even faster. All right, we're good to go. The last big thing we're gonna have to do is obviously as we get to Zane, we're gonna have to move that course. I've noticed sometimes, and I would imagine it's, you know, well, this plane probably has better avionics, so I've noticed sometimes if I'm going too fast or like...
Please expedite your climb flight level 240.
We're here. What are you talking about? The Cessna will just blow through it, and it'll try to turn, but it won't turn quick enough, and it gets all wonky, so we just need to make sure that handoff to go to the next leg. Looks pretty good. Handing us off to the LA ATC. Going to change our radio frequency, and all right, we're going to continue flying onto Zane and then to Clip.
Dear passengers, glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of First Class Wings on flight GYT 3210. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 19,900 feet at an airspeed of 200 knots. It's 9:37 a.m. and are expecting to land in Big Bear City approximately at 8:10 p.m. local time.
So we gotta drop down to 9,400 feet here. We're gonna select that on our altitude select. We gotta start getting down now. We're going to Binja, so we're working on that. We're gonna go vertical speed mode. We're gonna go down. We don't want to go too far down, but I'm gonna say like I don't know, somewhere around there. Maybe we got to be careful not to overspeed in this situation. Also, our flight plan got a little bit weird. I don't know what's going on. Dude, it's like our other path was over here. The plane turned left. Now it wants to turn right to go back to turn left. It's sometimes, I think the game's a little bit glitched. It doesn't really work exactly how it's supposed to, but we're still having a lot of fun. And look at this. You can't be upset about a situation like this. Worst case scenario, guys, if I pass out, just press this big red button right here. It'll take care of all the issues for you. Safe return button. We're going to test that out here in a minute. But I know Big Bear's a mountain. It's like a ski area and stuff like that just outside of Los Angeles. I think that might be it over there. Or we might at least be getting kind of close. Dropping altitude quickly here, negative 1650 feet per minute. We should be down to our desired altitude here in a couple of minutes and going to be landing soon. Okay, now this is a concern. You can see with the way that we're descending, we were getting into the overspeed territory, so we need to make sure that we're not descending too quickly. Plane is gathering a bunch of speed as it's hurtling back towards the earth, and then we've got the engine, the turbofan behind us, hurtling us even faster, but we also want to get down because we were a little late to react. Shoot, we might need to start losing altitude a bit quicker. Guys, buckle up, hold on, it might be a bit of a bumpy ride. I don't want to get in a situation where we can't lose it fast enough. Can we lose 2,000 feet per second? It's a bit of a roller coaster out here, but I would expect nothing less from Qtopia's owner. Rolling over the profits from our theme park into a private jet business. It is just so beautiful out here, man. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. It really looks like we're flying into a different planet. I mean, you've got some neighborhoods and stuff down there. Could be Trevor's neighborhood down there. Go ahead and acknowledge that. Still trying to get down to 9,400. It's not happening very fast, dude. All right, we might have to go into a free fall. Really pushing it now. Almost losing 4,000 feet per minute. Watching this gets closer is definitely nerve-wracking. We're at 17,000 contact tower via ATC. Guys, we're coming in like a cruise missile. Got to remember to put our landing gear down. We've never had to do that before, so let's make sure we do that for sure. I still don't know where the game's like the blue brackets that you're supposed to fly through, that it kind of guides you. I don't see those anywhere, so I don't know if that's below us or what. Looks like we're at 15,000. Being careful not to overspeed. I'm going to reduce a bunch of power for the engines. We need to start thinking about our power situation here. We don't want to be coming in as fast as we are. I don't know. What's the terrain, though? I'm a little bit worried about the mountain situation in front of us. I mean, 9,000 feet, we're going to be good. It'd take a tall mountain to mess with that, but that was just so insane. I can't believe we were up at close to 30,000 feet, just cruising along. That went so fast. This is so good. This is so much fun. I can't wait to do this in some really cool areas. I want to get a Bora Bora flight in. I want to get some Bahamas private jets from Miami flights in. Oh, this is insane. Maybe an LA to Cabo or something could be kind of cool. Get this thing over in Europe. We have almost made it down to our 9,400. This thing is chiming all over the... Oh, we were supposed to remove these before flight, huh? Well, I got them now. Don't worry. Your boy's a professional. We have made it to our target of 9,400, just like that. We should start losing speed some, which is good. We want to start to get this thing under control. We want to have it in flaps territory where we could extend flaps and slow down if we need to. Ah, there they are. Look at that. Looks like we've got some wind shear coming off the mountains here. We're getting pushed around a little bit, but there's our track. So we are going to be landing right there. Now, there is an approach button. Is it AP? Autopilot? Nope. APR. Approach mode. There's a video I need to watch on that. I have not watched it yet. You can have autopilot pretty much take you into the last minute and then take over at the last second. Obviously set you up for success, set your speed a little bit nicer, things like that. We're going to get into that eventually, but I do feel like it's kind of nice to learn to hand fly it for right now. We're learning little by little. Look at the greenery here, dude. This is so nice. So we're 2 nautical miles out. I don't know the ruling on the jets, but what I'm going to do, we will probably take this thing off autopilot here. Let's go ahead and release autopilot. We're going to slow this thing down. I'm going to put 1 notch of flaps out because we're going to start losing altitude here. So we're going to start bleeding a little bit of speed where we can, and we're going to continue into this runway. You can see Big Bear Lake off in the distance there. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I lived in LA for a couple years, spent a lot of time out there and stuff. Still have never been to Big Bear. Always wanted to. Everyone always talks about how great it is. Never been out there, unfortunately. A little bit off to the left here. This thing really pulls. I guess it's the extra power and stuff. I don't know. You always got to add like a little bit of rudder and a little bit of counter to it. I'm going to say maybe a little bit more flaps. I really don't know our ideal landing speeds and stuff. We are above the glide path here. We could turn the brackets off. Let's try to do this legit. We're going to use, again, this little diamond right here. That's our glide path. We want it here. If it's below, that means we're above it. If it's above, that means we're below it. So we're going to try to line that thing up and do this the real way. Need to keep our speed down. It's crazy to think how fast we're going, but how slow everything is up here. I think we need to get a bit more to the right. The lineup is the hardest part. Not really. But we've got some... I don't know how to tell where the wind's coming from, but I can definitely feel like this thing doesn't want to get over to the right. We're facing to the right. We're kind of crab walking here, so, I mean, that's not ideal. Looking a little bit better here. I might use the brackets, some just to give us like a little double check. It does look like our glide path the same. We could lower a little bit more too. Got to get that diamond a little bit closer. We're riding a nice speed here. Hey Siri, what speed should you land a Vision Jet G2 at? Imagine Cirrus Vision Jet speeds. Imagine your pilot is about to land this thing and he's Googling that. Oh, we almost forgot our landing gear. Hold on. Let's put the landing gear out. We're also losing a bit of speed here. Oh gosh. Oh, she's getting a little bit squirrely. We are way above the glide path. Is our landing gear out? Can anyone confirm? They are out. Okay. I'm glad I remembered that because I almost forgot it. Thank goodness for this flight simulator forum post. 50% flaps is 190. 100% flaps is 150. Maximum extended landing gear is 210. Operating speed 250. Mach number 0.53. Maneuvering speed 150. It doesn't... I have no idea. We're just going to go for it. We're just going to try to keep it somewhere around 100-ish and hope we can get this bird down. Just kidding. Imagine you have paid thousands and thousands of dollars for this private jet trip and you see your pilot Googling at the last minute, hey, how fast should I be going to land this? It'd be a little concerning. I might just reach up and pull that parachute, which we are going to be doing here in a second. But here we go. So we're a little bit high. I'm going to reduce power some. Get a little outside view. We're looking good. Landing gear is all deployed. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful runway to fly into here. Keep an eye on this speed. I mean, this thing handles on a dime, so I would imagine we're going to be able to stop pretty quickly if we have to. Reduce speed here. We're still a bit high. You don't want to lose too much, and then all of a sudden you slam into the ground, though, so it's got to be like a nice symphony here. We're high, so let's just have a slow fix to that. You don't have to do anything too quickly. Nose down a little bit. Get over the runway, and then you can cut it. Still coming in a little bit on the right. Let's try to correct that before it gets to be too late. Don't give her too much juice, Trev. Oh, goodness, I'm nervous. Announcing the final as we're almost touching down. Okay, thanks for that, game. Here we go. Dude, we are so freaking high on this. Really driving this thing like we own it here, which we do. Cutting power. So we have quite a bit of altitude to lose. We can use that to gain our speed. Come down slowly, 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 slowly. We're gonna be fine. Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. You got plenty of time. Wow, we really flew 80% of the runway here. Wow, dude, this thing just keeps going and going. We might have to do a go around. Little rudder. Bring her around and bring her down. $750,000 on the line right there. My goodness, that scared me. It was a pretty dang good landing if you ask me though. I mean, we kind of floated the first half of the runway, but we still had miles and miles to go. I paid for this real estate. I'm gonna use every little bit of it, baby. Just gonna use our taxi line to pull over to the hold short here. Oh, we got to put our flaps all the way up. That's why we weren't maneuvering as well. And we could stop at our hold short. Mission complete. Not going to risk anything, taxiing back, making any mistakes, anything like that.
Good thing this flight went smoothly.
Thank you. That's the best compliment you could give this first-time pilot. I mean, I've got thousands and thousands of hours. This was Just another day, another page in the book, baby. If I had one complaint, it's that this engine takes a very, very long time to shut down. Like, we saved that much time in the air, but did we really? Because we're going to be here for the next 30 minutes for this thing to turn all the way off. I can't believe we own this, dude. This thing is so sick. Oh. I just love it so much. I'm just so happy with it. Look, we've got our out with the old, in with the new over here. We have really, really accomplished something with this thing. Mission success. I think that's our best landing that we have had in this game. For a first time with this, 63% airline procedure. Bro, I really don't understand the autopilot. I think, is that because we went off route? I have no idea. We ended up with an A, which is fine. We missed one ATC: transmission, condition, passenger satisfaction, performance details here. Looks like we sped a little bit, overflew an airport. I never saw anything about an announcement, taxi speeding, landing lights on night landing. Oh, these are just mistakes you can do. Those aren't all the mistakes we made. I'm not sure. The autopilot versus where the game wants you to fly is weird. I'm not worried about it. If we've got successful landings, we're making money, we're doing our thing. That's nearly $250,000 just from that. Got a reputation update. This is super bugged. I don't know if you guys saw it, but at the end of the last episode, we had a great performance and we lost because the tornado missions bugged. We lost like 3 letter grades. We went from an S to a C, which is just ridiculous. Leveled up a couple of levels, almost 3. And we've got 303K in the bank, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, that feels good. I think this thing's really going to open up for us. Unfortunately, we have no other missions over here, which is infuriating. We are going to have to fly it back to the East Coast to be able to get more missions. That's going to cost a pretty penny, but it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. The one thing I definitely want to do, now that we've flown it, we can repaint it for $28,400. Oh. What? How do you paint it? I don't want it to be white. How do you give it a color? I could have washed it, not bro, come on. This freaking game, that doesn't make any sense. Well, we're gonna try a free flight. I say we go to Hawaii. We haven't flown around Hawaii much here. So I'm gonna put us, kind of out over here, set this as our departure. We're gonna be heading towards Honolulu International. We're gonna do a nice little flight. Maybe we start like over here because otherwise it's gonna be a really short flight. So we've got that there. We're in the Cirrus Vision G2. We can configure this to see some of the color options we could potentially do. Family seating, same thing there. Livery, we've got Apex Corso Red. Okay, I guess it's just, I'm confused because it's not showing any of the colors. Is this another glitch? I'm not sure. All right, we're gonna keep the normal one. Let's test out some stuff. Welcome to Oahu. Dude, this game is so insane. Ready to fly. Look at that. Just load in and instantly have control of this bad boy. All right, so let's, this one's not mine, so we could kind of, let me see if we could barrel roll it. Probably going to stress the airframe on the cruising speed a little bit here. Didn't even hit max right there. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we can whip this thing. Oh, it is so beautiful out here. Look at Hawaii. Your boy has a heart attack in the front seat. Can't operate the plane. Chelsea's in the side. Kids are in the back. Everybody's freaking out. What are we going to do? The plane's going down. Well, let's see what happens. We are going to hit that safe return. This thing should level itself out. Oh my goodness, there's no way. And I think it's actually going to fly itself to a nearby airport. Emergency auto lands. Equipment failure, consider caps. No airport. Oh. It's saying it can't find an airport, so you might want to think about using the parachute. Well, Chelsea, it's your time to shine. I like the black hair, by the way. It really can't find an airport? There's like a bunch of airports. You can see it. Well, there's a helipad right there. Oh, this is so beautiful out here. We need to do some more sightseeing missions for sure. I kind of want to see... I think it's just holding it straight and level. I don't think it's... Let's fast forward a little bit. I don't think it's actually going to put it anywhere. No. It's just going to fly it straight and level for as long as it can. Okay. So what we're going to do in that case, we can't auto land the plane. We are going to grab the activation handle. You ready for this? She's looking at me. Grab it and pull it. Parachute is out. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, that would not be a fun ride. Oh my God. Okay. You might want to slow the plane down before activating this. I would think that would probably help you out a little bit. Oh. Dude, straight somersault. But look at that, it corrected itself. And here we go. We're going to have a nice, soft landing down on the beach or ocean or wherever we end up. Let's see where we end up here. Dude, this is insane. This is really, really cool. I mean, you always hear about, like, if you're following procedure, for the most part, you're safe. You know, it's more dangerous to drive a car on the road or something like that. But it's like, you know, private aviation is inherently more dangerous than commercial aviation. There are more issues, more deaths, more things like that. You can try to, you know, get around that. But even if you took the human error part out of it, which is the most crucial thing, you know, things malfunction, weather pops up, anything else, there's a lot of risk there. So to think that you can have a private aircraft like this, that you can pull a parachute and potentially, you know, it's not fail safe, but potentially be able to save yourself from a situation like this is really, really cool. It's almost like we're parasailing here. You can parasail, you know, the Hawaiian coastline. We're way up there. I got a feeling we maybe didn't choose the best place to pull it. We might get lucky here. We'll see. Let's see what this would look like inside. Can you see anything? No? See out the window? Nope. Oh my gosh, dude. Imagine just the chaos. Your boy's out there in the front just slumped over, having a seizure or whatever else, and everyone's just... This is not something I would imagine. It's really kind of sad and terrifying, I'm not going to lie, but holy cow. This is pretty cool. We just turned a small private jet into a helicopter. I would really hope you wouldn't get this pendulum effect in real life. This would be pretty brutal to go through. There's the parachute. And there's the ground. We must have a strong breeze out there or something, but my goodness, this would not be fun to enjoy. This is like a theme park ride from hell. It actually looks like we picked a pretty decent spot. We got very lucky on the landing choice here.
Sink rate. Pull up.
I don't think there's going to be any pulling up to be done here, Miss Autopilot. Can you imagine being a beachgoer out there and seeing this happening? A giant plane, not really a giant plane, but a plane on a giant parachute falling. Dude, we got so freaking lucky. I'm curious how hard we're going to land here. I bet it would still be pretty hard, but I bet water landing's best case scenario. Trees and stuff you don't want. Honestly, sand you probably don't want. Water's still going to be really, really tough at this point, but we're close. You're pretty far out there. We're close enough that people would see it. You'd have surfers and emergency personnel and stuff coming out here to help you out. And if, you know, worst comes to worst, you probably could swim in at this point.
Pull up.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. Oh my goodness. Okay, and all of a sudden we've got a floating plane, but now your parachute, I would imagine, would continue falling with you here and potentially cover the plane up and trap your exit, which could be pretty bad if you were really unlucky with the way that worked. But yeah, there you guys have it. That, my friends, is our brand new Cirrus G2 Vision Jet. $750K well spent. We saved the wife and kids. I would say our investment is worth a little bit less now that she's got ocean water in her, but all in all, pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace out.